You know that feeling, right, when you're talking to an AI and you feel like you're having the exact same conversation over and over again? It's like it has a serious case of digital amnesia. Well, turns out there's a really good reason for that and an absolutely fascinating solution called context engineering. So let's dive in and unpack what that actually means.
We've all been there. You spend, 10 minutes carefully explaining exactly what you need, laying out all the details, only for the chatbot to completely forget the most critical piece of info in its very next response. It is so frustrating. So what is actually going on under the hood? Well, the root of the problem is actually pretty simple. Large language models, LLMs, they're born stateless. That means outside of their massive training data, their entire world is limited to the single, immediate thing you're talking about right now. They start with a totally clean slate every single time. But what if we could actually cure this digital amnesia? And that is where this discipline called context engineering comes into play. You can think of it as the secret ingredient, the thing that transforms a forgetful chatbot into a truly intelligent agent that can actually remember, learn, and personalize everything it does for you. Okay, so what is it really? This is the crucial part. Context engineering isn't just about writing a good prompt. No way. It's about building the entire package of information the AI needs for every single turn of a conversation. It's about dynamically grabbing and injecting everything from your chat history to external data to finally make the AI state-aware.
And here's a fantastic way to think about it. The chef's mise en place. That fancy French term for getting all your ingredients prepped and ready before you start cooking. See, a chef with just a recipe might make an okay meal, but a chef who first prepares all their best ingredients, that's the mise en place. They can create something truly exceptional. Context engineering is exactly that preparation for an AI.
So how does this whole thing work in the real world? Well, it really boils down to two fundamental pieces, sessions and memory. And to really get it, there's a brilliant way to picture them. This analogy just nails it. Think of a session as your messy workbench when you're in the middle of a project. It's got all your notes, your tools, everything's right there at your fingertips. But it's temporary, right? It's just for this one job. Memory, on the other hand, is your super organized filing cabinet. After the project's done, you don't shove the entire messy desk in there. Of course not. You carefully file away only the most critical, final documents for the future.
So, a session, that's the workbench. It's the complete turn-by-turn transcript of a single conversation. It holds literally everything that's said, but it's totally isolated to just that one interaction. And here's the catch. Relying only on this workbench for memory, well, it creates some pretty big problems. In fact, if the AI only has that temporary cluttered workbench to rely on, the whole system starts to break down in 4 very predictable ways as your conversation gets longer.
First, the workbench just overflows. You literally run out of space and hit the model's context window limit. Second, it gets crazy expensive because you're paying your cloud provider for every single token in that ever-growing history. Third, it just gets slow, really slow, because the model has more and more to process each time. And finally, the quality just tanks. The model gets confused by all the noise and completely loses focus on what actually matters. And this is where memory, our beautiful organized filing cabinet, comes in to save the day. Memory is the system for long-term persistence. It doesn't just dumbly save the whole conversation, it intelligently captures and consolidates the key information from many different sessions over time. And making a memory isn't just hitting save. No, it's this really smart, automated process. It takes in the raw conversation, then it extracts only the important facts and insights. After that, it consolidates them, merging duplicates, resolving any conflicts, and only then does it file that clean, curated insight away for future use. It's a whole assembly line for creating useful memories.
Now, if you've been in the AI world for a bit, you might be thinking, this sounds kind of like RAG, right? Retrieval Augmented Generation. And that is a crucial distinction to make because they serve two very different but totally complementary purposes.
And this just illustrates the difference perfectly. RAG is like the agent's research librarian. It goes to a library of static, external documents to find facts about the world. Memory, however, is the agent's personal assistant. It carries around a private little notebook with dynamic information specifically about you. So if we break it down, RAG's whole goal is to inject external facts from some shared knowledge base, like a wiki, but memory's goal is to create a personalized experience using dynamic data from your conversations, which is, and this is key, strictly isolated to you. A truly intelligent agent needs both. It needs the librarian for world knowledge, and it needs the personal assistant for personal knowledge.
Okay, so we've talked about workbenches and filing cabinets, librarians and assistants, but why does building an AI with this kind of sophisticated memory system matter so much? Well, it's because this is the tech that's going to unlock the next generation of truly helpful AI.
An AI with a real memory can offer true personalization, remembering your preferences from weeks ago. It leads to way better conversations that are faster, cheaper, and much more focused. The agent can even improve itself by remembering which problem-solving strategies worked best in the past. And, looking at the big picture, it can provide powerful insights by spotting trends across thousands of user interactions.
Ultimately, this is the massive leap we're talking about. We're moving from a simple tool that just answers questions to an intelligent partner that actually understands your context, learns from your interactions, and grows and evolves right alongside you over time.
So that really just leaves us with one final, fascinating question. Once we've completely cured digital amnesia and our AI assistants can truly, deeply remember us, what new possibilities is that going to unlock? What would you build?